Today I'm going to show you how to give your lead lines a really authentic and classic bluegrass sound. Stick around to have the secrets revealed. Hey there, it's Aaron Jackson coming to you today. So I was having a bit of a back and forth with one of the students in my flat picking mastery program the other day. He was learning a couple of licks and some position shifting runs, and he was asking a question about what these ideas and what a lot of these licks and passages are based around. Now, they're based around a lot of things, and usually when I'm teaching this stuff, I don't approach it from a scales-based perspective. I approach it from a vocabulary-based perspective. In that, I recommend that students really study the great players, learn their solos, learn these classic fiddle tunes, learn licks, learn phrases, that kind of thing, and build up your vocabulary to pull from. However, there are definitely some scales-based ideas that we can use. And so just to get right to it, a great way to start giving your lead lines like a really classic, authentic bluegrass sound is to mix major and minor blues scale ideas. So for instance, if I'm in G here, a great way to do that is okay, so the first part of that lick is minor, right? And then the second half is major. Okay. Okay, pretty cool. And that's a classic Tony Rice style phrase. And I would say he was definitely the one who really popularized this style of playing. I mean, he just kind of made what we're talking about here become commonplace in the bluegrass world. I mean, it's very, very difficult to get away from the Tony Rice influence when you're talking about bluegrass lead guitar. But again, minor, major, and that gives us that really classic bluegrass lead sound that you want to have in your lead lines and in your passages whenever you're playing bluegrass leads. So real quick, let's do this. I want to just kind of go over just a real basic minor blues scale and major blues scale. And then I'm going to show you two licks in G, one in C, one in D, that again mixes these minor and major blues scale ideas. Okay, so I want to start here, just a basic A minor blues scale, okay? And so, I wanted to start with this because it's a familiar passage, it's a familiar shape. Most people who play the guitar at, if anybody who's kind of got to like a very basic intermediate level probably knows this scale. There's the basic pentatonic. And all we're going to do with the blues scale is add in one extra note. We're going to add in all we're going to add into that one extra note. Okay, so that's our A minor blues scale. So to make that one an A major blues scale, what I've always told my students is let's go down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, play that exact same pattern. Because we're kind of using the relative minor here, I want to, let's start from the second note in that scale to give us A as a root note. Okay. So if we were to play that with F sharp minor, but if we play that, okay. Again, those are the patterns here. So A minor blues scale, A major blues scale. Now, like I said, I've got a couple of licks through G, C, and D that I want to show you here. So G, if we were going to do a G major blues scale, G minor blues scale. Okay, so now that we've established those basic scale patterns, let's do this little phrase here. Let's do this lick out of G. We're going to do. Okay, so really just on the first half of that, we're doing major. And then the second half, minor, back to major. Okay, so we've got. All right, pretty cool. So we just start off with like the major blues scale idea. And then minor. Then we'll end with the major again. Okay, pretty cool stuff there. Now we're going to go to C. Okay, and just real quick, let me play the lick that I want to show you here. It'll go like this. One more time. All right, so if we were going to do a C minor blues scale, we'd come up here to this 8th fret. Same pattern. I'm not going to go through and like detail every single note here, but I mean we've got C, E flat, F, F sharp, G. That F sharp. Okay, and if we were going to do a C major blues scale, again we'd take it down 3 frets, but then I think of it starting from the second note in that, and then. Okay, and then minor. So when we start down here with this lick, that's right out of our C major blues scale. Those notes are. All right. So again, those 3 notes right there. Again, right out of that C major blues scale. Okay, and now, though, what we're going to do. Okay, so now we're going minor, okay? So those 3 notes. And then we're just going to come down here. Kind of end with the same passage, so we're going like major, minor, major, major, minor, back to major. Okay, pretty cool stuff there. So again, just weaving these ideas between our major and minor blues scale ideas. All right, so that's a cool idea out of C. Now let's go to D. Okay, so let me play the lick in D that I want to show you here, and it's going to go like this. Okay, so we're in D here. So real quick, I want to use that other scale pattern as a reference point here. So D minor blues scale. Okay, D major blues scale. So this lick is going to pull from both of those. We'll start off with this, and it's the same notes, down an octave. Okay. So that's right out of our D major blues scale. And then from there, though, minor right there, back to major, minor, major. We're weaving in between those majors and minors. Okay, and then I just got one more out of G that I wanted to show you here. And with this one, we're going to come up on the neck, and it'll go like this. We'll do. All right, we'll do that again. So up here, so that's major blues scale. That's where our G run comes out of. And then I'm sliding down to our flat 7, so now we're in minor blues scale territory. Again, all of those notes still out of our minor blues scale. And then we'll end with the major. And with this passage up here, you can think of that in like a triad shape. You could think of it out of, if you're thinking of it more like a cage system arpeggio-based thing, or you can think of it like a blues scale idea. Which is, that's the angle I'm taking it, you know, for this lesson here. But again, major blues scale, minor, major. There we go. Okay, so one more time. Let's hear all of those licks kind of played up to tempo. This is about 130 beats a minute, along with the backing track, just to give it, you know, some musical context. That'll sound like this. So, you know, I hope that maybe I've been able to show you like a little bit of a formula. There's really not a magic formula for bluegrass, but a lot of the lead lines we play in this stuff, and again, that really Tony Rice popularized a lot. Clarence White too before him, but Tony kind of really took it to a new level. So a lot of these ideas, that's what we're doing. We're mixing major and minor blues scale ideas to come up with some of these really cool bluegrass lead lines. So again, check out some of these videos right here for some other lessons where I go over ideas very similar to this. As always, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you next time.